it is summer with summer stitches, and it is Tuesday, August 28th. I am like 2 weeks behind on when I said I was going to film a video, but I had a teething baby. He's cutting his back molars and he's miserable. And then we had last week was the first week of school for my oldest, and then today was the first day of Mother's Day out for my middle. So I have a couple hours now where my oldest is upstairs playing with Legos, the baby's down for a nap, and the middle, who is the most needy out of the three, isn't home. He's otherwise engaged elsewhere. So figured I could hop on real fast and knock a video out. I have not a whole lot. I have a bunch of projects, but I don't have a lot of progress on them because the back to school madness and all of that, it's just been crazy. I also have no notes because I didn't think I was going to be able to do this today. I was actually planning on doing it on Thursday, but figured I have time now. I might as well do it, or who knows what Thursday will bring. Yeah, I don't have really a whole lot of housekeeping because didn't take any notes, so don't know who I need to thank or anything like that. I'm a terrible planner. Fly by the seat of my pants for real on this. We'll talk about whips. I have one small finish since the last time I saw you guys. I have two finishes. A small one and then a smallish one. And then I have like 8 projects that I've worked on, mostly with minimal progress, and I have some stash. I went to ABC Stitch Therapy. We live in the greater Houston area, and before we lived down south of Houston, and I knew ABC Stitch Therapy was North Houston, and it was just somewhere that I was never going to go to. It was about an hour and a half from our old house. It was too far. I could never commit to spending 3 hours in the car on a Saturday to drive up. I was going to bring my kids up there during the week because I'm not going to do that. So I didn't really ever think I was going to get to go. When we moved, we only live like 15 or 20 minutes from it now. So I was really excited to go. Went in, was totally overwhelmed, and only walked out with a handful of things because that's what happens, it seems. I definitely can't wait to go back. Now that I've gone once, I kind of know what to expect. I want to go and take all the projects that I have like waiting to be started and buy beautiful fabric and fancy floss for everything. So I need to limit myself, or I'm going to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on fancy floss in there. Because what else? So, because I don't have that much time, I'm going to try and power through this sort of quick. We'll see how it goes. So, I have my Instagram pulled up over here. So if you see me looking down, I'm not looking at notes, I'm looking at a cheat sheet of the order that I've worked on things because I don't remember. And I just have everything sitting on a pile. Also, it may be a little shaky because you're like precariously stacked on a couple boxes because my husband has this nice fancy desk over here that is automatic and it raises and lowers, except I can't figure it out. Like that button, that little thing right here is how you're supposed to be able to like raise and lower it. Yeah, I pushed all those buttons and none of them work. So I'm not quite sure how it works. I might have to ask him later. Because I was going to just raise the whole desk up and put the computer on top of the desk. Instead, I couldn't, and you're stacked on boxes. So, sorry if it's a little shaky. So anyway, the first thing I worked on since the last time I saw you guys, all my stuff is about to pop off the side of the desk. So the first thing I worked on was one of my Christmas cards that I'm not finishing as cards. I finished I finished this one first a couple weeks ago, and then I was working on this one, and I finished this one, and this is what it looks like done. This is the one where, if you're on my Instagram, you saw my struggles with, I don't know what I was thinking when I centered this, why I have like an inch and a half over here and like a half an inch on this side. I have no freaking clue. Good luck to me when I go to frame this. So anyway, but that's done. So I have 2 of them done. These 2 done. And I'm working on this one now. And I think I only worked on this for like 2 days after. And it worked very long. So yeah, this one, you know, if I focus on this one for a couple days, maybe this one may go into the car with me because it's small. It's a compact. I mean, everything fits in here. You know, and put it all together. This is all the floss. So it's not like it's a big project to take anywhere. So this one may go into my car. We've got some doctor's appointments and stuff coming up. So if I'm able to get out with just one child for whatever appointment, I may toss that in the car with me and take it so I can try and knock it out, because it's not very big. It just needs to be done. I'd really like to have that done before Christmas so that I can get it framed and hung, since we've been in the house now for for right at a month. Actually, it was a month and 2 days. But anyway, I would like to have it done so we can get something hung on the wall, because we have nothing hung on our walls right now. What it is what it is. So next I worked on my spooky countdown, and that is by Primitive Hair. This is what it'll look like when it's done. This is being done as a sal. When it started, there were enough Sundays left until Halloween to do 1 block a month, or 1 block a week before Halloween. Well, we moved, we went on vacation, and I got terribly behind. So I've had to go through and mark out my like updated map to get it done, to hopefully have it done before Halloween. It probably won't be framed and done, but hopefully I can have it done. So when I worked on this the last time, I worked on it on the 12th, like the second weekend of, let's see, I worked on it on the 7th and the 8th, I guess. I don't really remember exactly. I'm going to be totally honest. And I did this guy. This one right here is the one I did first. Okay. When I pulled this back out, I had, and you're not going to really be able to see, but I had this one, this Nevermore that I had to finish. You can't see the whole thing, and I'm not going to take it out. I'm sorry. But the Nevermore block, the stupid bird, I had to frog and redo like 4 times because I couldn't count. He was off multiple times. But I had this potions block done. I had the ghost done. I had these all done. So I did these 2 first. And then I'm trying to see where I'm at. So I did these 2 first, and then I did these 2. And then, because I already had it centered like this, I just went ahead and knocked out this one. And the hat was already done. So I knocked out this one, and I started on this one, and I started the frame of this one. So my plans are kind of out the window, but if I can get 2 done a week, then I'm okay. I think I didn't do any last weekend because I was busy working on the other project from hell that I'll get to later. But basically, so by the end of this weekend, because it's a 3-day weekend, so I have some time to work on it, I want to get this one done. I want to get this one done, and I want to try and at least get the frames done on these 2 and the entire top done. Yes, I do have a heart needle minder because I took like my sewing box with me on vacation, and I think I left it at the hotel. I can't find it. My mom's checked her house because that would be the only other place it would be. It's not at her house that we can find. It's not in the back of the van, which is the other place. So all my like Halloween needle minders are MIA somewhere until I can get them replaced. We have a heart because that's the one I could grab. No, it is what it is. So there's that one. And that one, like I said, that one will come back out this weekend to hopefully get caught up of some sort, And then I worked on my Halloween and quilt because this was my other project that has been severely neglected since the move and vacation and everything. And this is by Kiori E. Betakori. And this is over here. So I'm really gonna take it off because I'm lazy, but whatever. So I have it kind of mapped out how I wanted it done, and I wanted to have it all done by the end of this month. So I wanted to be able to finish this one out by the end of the month, and I don't think it's going to happen. So that way I could do back stitching and framing it in September, but I just don't think that's going to happen because it's the 28th and I haven't touched it like in several weeks. But this, maybe next week I'll pull this one out and work on this one some, because this is the only block I have left to do. And here's what it looks like. This is what it, so last month, or the last time I worked on this is the block that I worked on. Is this little block down here. And I don't have any of the back stitching done because that's, that wasn't what I was focused on. I was just trying to get the stitching done so that the stitching was done. So did the little cat. I think I had issues with counting over here because counting wasn't my strong suit this month. Don't know what was going on, but it's finally done stitching. And then I started, oh, just kidding. Thought about starting, but apparently I didn't. So this is the only block that I have left to do is the block with the cake, this block, right here. So this is the whole piece. And I love this. As soon as I finish it, I'm going to order probably the Christmas one. Because I love these. I love them. I think it's so freaking cute. And you can see, I've done the back stitch on some of it. Like, this block is totally done. The bat, it's totally done. The back stitching is already done. I started the back stitch up here and then realized I miscounted somewhere and gave up and moved on until later. Like this block up here, I started the back stitch. The ghosts, I think, need tails. Yeah, the ghosts need tails and the bats need their French knots. So that kind of finishing stuff I'm going to do after. So I need to finish the block with the cake thing, whatever that is, this block, and then backstitch it. So that's my goal for September, is to get it stitched and backstitched, and then basically I just pushed my goal back a month on this one. I wanted to have it done, finished, stitched on by the end of August, and then I could do all the finishing in September and it would definitely be ready by Halloween, but I don't think that's going to happen just because circumstances. So my goal instead is to have it do everything in September and frame it in the beginning of October. And this is being stitched on a 32 count. Yeah, 32 count Belfast in gold sand by XGU Designs. And I freaking love it. I went to buy all of her fabric because it's beautiful and it's still, like, I've had this for probably a year now and it still smells delicious. So there's that one. That one will come back out soon. It's finally, I mean, it doesn't feel like fall because it's, you know, it's only 89 degrees today, but it's been like 100 degrees every day for the last month. It's been a rough month. So next, I worked on my spooky countdown, and then I worked on my Halloween and quilt, and then I went back to the spooky countdown, but I already showed you everything I did because I couldn't remember dates. So after I got done with the spooky countdown the second time, it was like the middle of the month. It was the 20th, so it's only been a week, I guess, last week. I decided to participate in Arbitrary August. So I added all my whips into the little Tiny Decisions app, which is amazing, and then kind of went with it. So the first day, on the 20th, I spun Viva la France. This is from the Cross Stitch and Needlework November 2014 magazine, and this is what it'll look like when it's done. This is what chart it took like when it's done. And this is how far I am. I am doing this on a 28 count cashel linen that I dyed myself. And this is where I am. I miscounted because it seems to be the theme of this video. And somewhere in here, up here, I mean, actually, I know exactly where, but I'm not going to pick it all back out. Up here, I was supposed to drop down for like right here, and I didn't. But it's the postmark, so it's not going to be perfect anyway. So, but that's what I worked on, was the postmark, and the little detail in it was where I was working the last time this was out. This is hopefully going to be a Christmas present. It doesn't take that long to stitch, but the way that the magazine has the chart, there's no overlap in, like it's on 2 pages, and they're, I'm not going to show you the chart, but, so, like the chart, it's on the next page, but it's on both pages, and there's no overlap to see it, so you just have to fold the page. That's why I have the crease in the page. You just have to fold the page and hope it lines up, and it didn't when I did it, because why would it? So it didn't line up, but it, like I said, it's the postmark, so it's fine. I'm just gonna have to really watch like that column, like those stitches right there. I don't think it'll be quite as bad when I get a little farther down, because it's going to be, sorry guys, sorry. It's not going to be that bad, because like on the way down, I don't think it'll be that bad. There's, I don't want to say more dense stitching, but it's not just a solid line that's not even anyway. So I think farther down it'll be all right. It was just that one didn't, but it's fine. It all circled. It's a postmark, so it's not going to be a perfect circle anyway, and it's a postmark to Paris. So anyway, so this will hopefully be done as a Christmas present. I probably need to get on that, but anyway, so that's the one I pulled on the 20th. Okay, next was the 21st, which was coincidentally my oldest son's first day of school. So I thought it was really appropriate that my Tiny Decisions app picked Back to School. And this is from the November 2012 Cross Stitch and Needlework magazine. And this is what it will look like when it's done. This one I haven't touched in a while, because this chart really sucks. But I think it's really, really cute, so I want to power through. There's just a lot of backstitch, and each block has a lot of colors. So, and it has like 10 stitches of a lot of colors. So, but anyway, so I worked on I did the backstitching in A and B. A is for apple and B is for bluebird. I did the backstitch in those two up here. The stitching was already done. I just had to knock out the back stitch in them. And then I worked some more on my elephant down here. And then I put it away. So this piece doesn't have a whole lot of progress done on it. The border's done. That was the first thing I did. So thinking, oh, I'll knock out the border and then the rest will be super easy. I'll be able to power through it really, really fast. And I was wrong. So wrong. Sorry, they're building a house over there. I keep seeing people walking in and out, and it's just out of the corner of my eye. So, there's so much left on this. Maybe when my kids graduate, this will be done. We'll see. So anyway, so there's that. I'm not overly enthused by that. Like, look, these are all the colors. There's so many colors in this. So many. Like, why is this necessary? There's so many. And every box, like every letter easily has 8 or 10 or 12 colors. But look, like, look, there's so much. This is being stitched on a 28 count Monaco Charles Craft. It's like one of the 2 fabrics from Michaels or Hobby Lobby or something like that. So there's that one. I know I sound really unenthused about this project. I really like it, and I really like how it looks like when I'm done with like a block, but I really dislike the actual process of stitching this one. So there's that. Maybe I'll, which also seems to be a theme of what I stitched the last couple days. So the next day, on the 25 days ago, so I think it was like the 22nd. See, math. I picked, or what was picked for me was the Postcards from the World Clouds Factory Sal. I don't think I have like a complete picture of this because, so, okay, story time. Ready, guys? I bought this in May of 2016, 2015, whatever year the sal was, 2015 or 2016. It says it was copyright in 2015, but I'm pretty positive it was the 2016 sal. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so I bought it in May of the year that it was out, which I'm pretty sure was 2016. So I was already behind the ball on it, but I watched it for a couple months and I really liked it. So I'm like, okay, let's do this. So I bought it, and then I bought fabric. Then I started stitching on it and quickly was like, no. Tried to get caught up. So I tried to, like, by July be caught back up. And obviously I didn't ever catch up because here we are in 2018 and still working on it. So I had the first 3, Venice, Paris, first 4, Venice, Paris, London, and Moscow done. I finished those forever ago, I guess, a while ago, back in whenever it was sort of current. And then I started on the border for this one, and like I got like this to like maybe here done, and then put it away and hadn't touched it in like 2 years now. But I've pulled it out a couple times and I've looked at it and then I'm like, nope, don't want to. So I put it back away. So this is what was pulled. And I'm like, all right, let's do this. I printed out the next 2, which are New Delhi and Giza. And I'm like, done. I'll knock it out. I'll get this postcard, at least like a good chunk of it done on whatever day it was out, get back into it and knock it out. Part of my issue is I didn't like the fabric. It was my first like real experience with a linen, and it was a dyed linen, and I was like, eeh. And on like the weird, the single line border, it never looked right. It still looks janky. I'm not picking it out. I'm not gonna do it. Like my stitches, I'm not in love with this project. Really, really not. But I've committed. We're gonna power through and finish this one day. It may be 10 years from now, but one day this will be finished. So this is my New Delhi block. This one right here. I've got a border. I've got some of, I don't even know. Looks like a cloud up at the top and like maybe some sand, sidewalk. I don't know. Whatever this is. A cloud, something, and a border. Maybe if I go through and I finish the borders, I won't be so annoyed with it. It's the borders. It's the postcard borders. I don't like the single line border. Like, look. So this one over here looks like real janky. I don't know what I did, but it looks real janky over here. And then this side's a little neater, but it's a single line on a linen that is, it's not like a loose weave linen, but it's a very shifty weave. So it's 32 count linen in Daphne from Under the Sea Fabrics. I love the color, and honestly, I think if I had done, so I love the color now. When I got it, I'm like purple. It was the first month of a hand dyed fabric of the month club. And I got it, and I'm like purple. What am I supposed to do on purple? Like what? So I bought this because I'm like, okay, it's a postcard. Like it doesn't have to be whatever. Like that'll be all right. So it was my first foray into like changing the fabric into a linen, into a hand-dyed linen, into a sal. It was really like a recipe for disaster. The fact that I have 4 done and like am committed to finishing this blows my mind. So anyway, so that's my story on my postcards from the world from 2016. Oh yeah, it is 2016. I wrote it down. That's what I thought. So anyway, I'll make another appearance at some point. I just don't love it. And I'm really struggling with that one because I don't want to put it away. Like I don't want to just put it aside and never touch it again, but it never, ever calls to me. Ever. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. So the last thing that I've worked on so far is my Love Wins block for the Rainbows for Love and Comfort, for Peace and Comfort, for something in comfort. So anyway, so this one I finished. I actually don't even know what way it goes anymore. I don't know. I don't really think it matters. I guess it's pretty interchangeable. So that one I've had done for a while, but this is the one that I'm working on. The designer is Miss Red, and there's been some issues in the group of somebody took all the patterns that the designers had generously donated for us to stitch for the project. We weren't supposed to sell them. We weren't supposed to share them. We were just supposed to stitch and then send the final product to Timothy to be put into the quilts. Somebody came on, and because people suck, somebody came on and took those patterns that were shared and I think they put them on Pinterest or shared them somehow. I don't really know. So anyway, so those patterns have been taken down and removed, and now you have to buy them. So I still have, if you already had them, you have them. So I have this one, and I have one more that I want to try and get knocked out soon-ish, because I really need to send them in. So I have this one. I was up to the yellow when I started this, and I'm like, okay, I have 3 colors. It shouldn't take more than just a couple days. Big blocks of color on 14 count Aida that's really stiff and rough. It just hasn't gone smoothly. I'm almost done, but this has to go away for a few days. This one, and then I have another one that I'm gonna, once I finish this Love Wins, I'm gonna finish this Heart one, and I don't think this one will take quite as long because it's not big blocks of dense stitching, and I don't have a pattern to show you, like a in product to show you, because it's just the pattern that I have. But there's gonna be like the tip of the heart down here is purple, and then I've got orange and red, like the top parts, but it's not super dense stitching. It's pretty sparse. So this one really shouldn't take that long to do. But again, it's on that crappy 14 count Aida that just has no give. It's not supple at all. It's really rough. So that's for later. I have no plans that I'm going to share with you guys, because as of right now, I don't have any. I don't know what September brings. We have, we're taking my son to have him tested tomorrow for autism and ADHD. So we're gonna wait and see what that holds, and if his schooling changes because of that. So until I know more, I don't want to make a whole lot of plans. So, no plans. So we're going to go into, before I go into stash, I'm going to show you my other finish. And this actually isn't cross stitch, it is diamond painting. I got one because I kind of wanted something different. I needed something kind of not break up the monotony, but I just wanted something, I wanted a new start, but I didn't want to do the work of a new cross stitch start. So I bought one on Amazon. So I bought the little giraffes. I think it was like $6. I don't know. It only took me like 3 days to do it. It was alright. It was something different. For $6, something different. Held my attention for a couple days. I don't know what I'm going to do with it now because I don't know how you would frame it. Oh, I'm losing diamonds down here. Oh well. Like I don't know how you would frame this because like you have all this writing on the outside unless you just cut it, because you can kind of see like where the, you know, maybe you cut it. I don't really know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. But, so that was that. It wasn't bad. I may look at getting a bigger one. Like I said, it was something to do. It wasn't bad. Do you want me to open that? I'll make you lunch in a minute, Bubba. You gonna say hi?
Hi. I'm gonna say hi.
You ready for school in a little bit?
Yeah, I am gonna go.
Go throw that away.
I'm speaking.
Go throw that away and then come back and get this. Okay. So yeah, it was something different. I mean, I'm not gonna not cross stitch and do this, but it was alright. It was something fun. It was different. Like, got these weird crease marks in there. I don't know how to get rid of them. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Here you go. So anyway, you're welcome, Bubba. So, like I said earlier, I went to ABC Stitch Therapy in Spring, Texas. 2 weeks ago, maybe? Last weekend. Not like this past weekend that we just had, the weekend before that. And I had some birthday money that was like burning a hole in my pocket, so I went to see what I could find. And I only walked out with 3 because I wanted to go and get the Hawk Run Hollow chart. I wanted to kind of look at them and compare and see which one I liked the best. I thought they had them in stock and they did not. So I was kind of bummed that like the one that I've been holding off on ordering it because I wanted to see them in person first and they didn't have any. So I was kind of bummed and annoyed, but I still had birthday money and I was already there and I was without my kids. So I didn't want to make it just a totally wasted trip. So I did get 3 charts. And obviously I haven't started any of them because they've been sitting in the bag waiting till I could tell you guys. So the first one I got is Silver Creek Samplers. I don't even know the name of this. Through the Storms. Sorry. And I picked this up and I walked around with it and then I set it down and then I went to go pay and I was almost checked out and I said, you know what? No, wait. I want this one. And it says, no relationship is all sunshine, but 2 people can share one umbrella and walk through the storms together. And this was done, she did this, she being Diane Grick, charted this for her own wedding anniversary. And down here it has their initials and then the date they were married and then the year it was stitched. I just thought it was really cute. It's a really pretty sentiment. My husband and I have been married for 6 years, but we've been together for, we started dating when we were 16, so we've been together for 12 years now. I mean, we've been together for a long time, and that really does mean, we have our days where, can't freaking stand each other, but if there's ever something that's really going on in our lives, I know he's always there for me and he knows I'm always there for him. So I really like that. I would like to have that stitched and do it for our anniversary next year. The next one I got was a Plum Street Samplers, and it's Babushka's Blossoms. And I think I've seen somebody else stitch this recently, but it's just freaking adorable. Like, come on now, look at Babushka. I just love it. And the crow, like, everything about this just screams, please stitch me, take me home and stitch me. So I'm gonna try and dye some fabric, just some like neutral tannish fabric, and then go back and get all the Classic Colorworks and Gentle Arts. Sorry to think about it. Get all the floss for it. In a couple weeks, start stitching this one. It's actually a lot bigger. It's 139 by 130, so it's a lot bigger than I was like thinking for whatever reason. So it should be, I really don't know, this big. Anyway, so there's that one, and then the last one I got was another one that I picked up and I walked around with, but I really didn't know if I wanted to spend the money on it. And then I was like, you know what? I wanted to get a sampler. I kind of wanted to get a reproduction sampler. So I was just trying to see ones that they had in stock and compare and see which ones I liked the best. And really, all the ones that they had in stock were overtly religious. There's nothing wrong with that. I didn't want to spend the money on them. Was really what it was. I didn't want to, not that I didn't want to spend the money on them, but I didn't want those. I didn't want one that was so overtly religious like that. So I found this one. It's by Praiseworthy Stitches, and it is Mary Porter 1832. Go a little closer so you can see it. I like the colors. It wasn't so washed out, which I know it's from 1832. I know they're going to be washed out, but this one says, our infant years, like budding flowers, require a skillful hand. Short and uncertain are the hours we have at our command. I just really liked it. It spoke to me. I have 3 small kids. Like, I feel like, I just feel like this really fits in the stage of my life. And it's supposed to be done in all silk, not silk mori. Some are silk mori, some are aurora soy. Don't know. But there's a DMC conversion, so that's what I'm going to be using. It was stitched on, this one is stitched on 40 count Confederate gray. So I'm going to try and find the same fabric, but I'm going to stitch it on with the DMC conversions, not the silks. It says, Mary Porter was just 12 years old when she stitched this beautiful sampler surrounded by a strawberry border. The entire sampler is made up of floral motifs, bluebirds, butterflies, and flower baskets. In the center bottom of the sampler, Mary stitched a tree of life complete with Adam and Eve and a serpent. The short verse reads, our infant years, like budding flowers, require a skillful hand. Short and uncertain are the hours we have at our command. It's been a pleasure to stitch and remember this talented young girl. So, I see, I haven't even really looked at it. I looked at the pictures. For the picture, this is a book, y'all. This is that's 16 pages. There is some specialty stitches, but not, it's not much, so it's not too bad. And really the only religious thing is wherever this serpent is that she's talking about with Adam and Eve in the center bottom. So I guess this, oh, hello, right here. And that's not, I mean, Adam and Eve and the serpent, that's not bad. I'm just not a big fan of the ones that are just scream, you need to freaking go to church. There's anything wrong with that, it's just not for me. So, those were the 3 that I got from ABC Stitch Therapy, and then I spent the rest of my birthday money with Jen from the Whole Stitching Caboodle, so just waiting on that order to come in. And then I was perusing Facebook one day and saw a cross stitch ad, not an ad, but like a listing. And I went, huh, $5. She's got some good stuff. Let's look and see. So I was looking, and I messaged her, and I'm like, hey, is it $5 per item, or is it $5 total? She goes, no, it's $5 total. So I'll be there on Tuesday. So that's where we went today after we dropped off my middle at school, because look, these were the two that caught my eye. I probably wouldn't have gotten it if it weren't for these two. Lavender and Lace. This is the Guardian Angel. This one's never been opened. And then another Lavender and Lace, the Celtic Christmas. And this one I love. I've had my eye on this one. It's been on my wish list on 123 Stitch forever. But I just couldn't commit to it because I have another Lavender and Lace that I think I've put like 50 stitches in and haven't touched since. So I'm like, let me wait. I'm not going to buy it until I like make some progress. But for $5. Both of them, $5 total. Also, didn't know Michaels used to have Lavender and Lace. Wish I knew that like years ago. But that's not all. Some of these I don't know if I'm going to keep or if I'm going to pass them on somehow. But Butternut Road, Rose Sampler, also included. These two I'm definitely keeping and stitching. La-di-da Rooster, Cock-a-doodle-doo. I have like 4 roosters going right now, but I love them. My husband will never let me put them up in my house, but I love them. I can't stop. I don't know what it is. And then another La-di-da Red Heart Sampler. I just think this one's super pretty. And these are both with Weeks or samplers. This one is Weeks. This one is Gentle Arts, I think. Sampler threads. Gentle Arts maybe. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I will be stitching these with the overdyed threads for sure. Look at this. Look at this rooster. Like, oh, I want him stitched on my wall. Like in every room. In all my rooms, I want him. Anyway, so that one will be started soon. And it's small. It's 79 by 128, y'all. Like look at him. Look at him. So these, for sure, these 4, worth it. $5, worth it. These 4 right here. But there's more. Oh, wait, there's more. So the Butternut Road I already showed you. This is a little kit that she didn't have the bag for, so she just one of the little designs. But all the stuff is in here. The chart, I'm not going to take it out. The chart, the fabric, the little hoopy thing, it's all in there. And then, these two I won't stitch either. But there's a Dimensions Gold Collection Petites with the butterflies. This one actually I may stitch. I may stitch it and give it to my sister. She would probably like that. This one I definitely won't stitch. But Creative Accents. It's also Dimensions. Frederick. So it's got the cat. And it's a total, it's a full kit. It's got the Ada, the floss. It even looks like it's got metallics in there. Yeah. So that's a full kit. Won't be stitching that one though. And then here's a couple more that I probably won't be stitching, but they were included. A Prairie Schooler, Christmas Strawberries. This one is almost really cute, but it's just not my thing. This I may stitch because this is cute. But the actual strawberries, I just it's not really my thing. But they're all like, they finish like as 3D strawberries. Like it's not like strawberry ornaments. Well, I mean, I guess they are, but it's not like a 2-dimensional strawberry ornament. That's like you finish it in 3D. So there's that one. There is Love One Another from Leisure Arts. A collection of marriage samplers and wedding accessories. Not really my taste, but you never know. That will be sent to somebody, sold or something. Bent Creek Mom and Dad. This one I may keep. I've almost bought this one at Half Price Books multiple times, but got it instead. I think it's cute. I just don't know, like my mom and dad don't want that. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. And then Angel Alphabet, which is cute, but won't be ever sticking that. And then she also went through her Drift Cross Stitch magazine and added in 5. So I haven't even gone through these yet because I just came home. So I have April 2001. This is April 99, maybe? I think April 99. This is a big one. Oh, there's some cute stuff in there. Just on a quick flip through. This one's cute. This is October 98. That's super cute. Best Witches. What else is in here? Let's see, real fast. There's some stuff. I don't know if I'll ever stitch this or if I'll hold on to it for a little bit and then pass it along to somebody else. So there's that one. And then there is this one. I don't want to show her Express. June of 2006. There's that one. It looks like it's Pillows Galore. Oh, that's cute. The little witch ornament. I don't even know if this one's in here, if it's just like an advert, but that one's cute. I think it's, yeah, that's not actually in there. Of course not. Forget I said that then. Yeah. So there's that one. And then there is October 2003. Again, I probably showed you her dress on all the other ones, so I'm sorry. But anyway, there's that one. This is October 2003. And I think this may have been the one that I flipped through and there was some cute stuff. Hold on. This, I don't know why I'm into Halloween all of a sudden. That one's super cute. This is from Hey Diddle Diddle, I think is the name of it. Of Sally A. Farrington of Out on the Porch. I've never heard of them, but it's all weeks on a 25 count piece of flaxseed. I just think it's super cute. It looks small. And I like the little frame too. Like this is cute. So anyway, so that's all I have for today. Hopefully I can get some of those things that I want finished that are close. Just aren't quite there yet. Hopefully I can get some of them knocked out this week. And then September, see what September brings. I'm gonna try and be a little more regular on my videos. I know I've said that before, and it hasn't proved true. But I am gonna try. We'll see what happens. Probably not next Tuesday because it's a 3-day weekend, but maybe we'll shoot for next Tuesday and use Thursday as a fallback just in case. So yeah, plan or goal is to have another video out on Tuesday the 4th. We'll see. That's my goal. So until then, you can find me on Instagram. I update there every night when I stitch. Like before I go to bed, I take a picture and I post it on there. Summer_stitches on Instagram. And that's where you'll find the most up-to-date information on what's going on in my life, which is not a whole lot. Actually, it is a whole lot. It's not a whole lot of stitching. Let's be real. So there's that. I would like to, in September, probably not in the next week, but in September, I would like to get back into the swing of dyeing fabrics and seeing how that goes. Kind of had to put it on hold when we were moving because dyeing fabrics and moving is not a great combination. So, but hopefully in the next month or so, I'd like to get back into that and see where that goes. And then I think that's it. Have a good week. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.